What up, guys? Welcome to Flopbuster, the show where we redeem the movies that people hate. This week we're talking about Stay Alive.
Oh my God.
2006 slasher video game movie directed by William Bell and starring John Foster, Frankie Muniz, Sophia Bush. Yeah,
with that sweet, sultry voice, raspy voice that I like.
She does have one of the raspiest voices, but it's
Really
very
raspy.
nice and soothing. Now, I do remember watching the R-rated cut, and when me and you went to go find this on streaming, we found only the PG-13 version.
Yes.
So I'm really curious if you could find the R-rated version out there, or if it's only on DVD. I'm not even sure if this has a Blu-ray release. I haven't looked it up. But I do remember the R-rated version had better kills, nudity, longer scenes. It's over 100 minutes long, so it's the better film for sure.
It is. With this movie having a 10% on Rotten Tomatoes and only making $28 million, we're going to change our mind, and you guys are going to want the collector's edition.
You're going to want the Scream Factory
You're going to want the
edition.
sequel, because actually, as I was done watching this movie, I took a shower and everything to get ready to come over, and I was thinking, why hasn't there been a sequel to this?
There's a variant universe out there where we got a Stay Alive 2. So the plot of this film, we have a group of friends who discover a video game, a la The Ring style. It's very mysterious. And they discover if you die in the game, you die in real life. This is all connected to the real-life serial killer, Countess Elizabeth Bathory, who people dubbed as almost like a vampire.
So I think why this movie deserves more love is you take somebody from real life and you make her into such a terrible character. I mean, she's terrible in real life, obviously.
I think the cast is good. I wish they had better things to work with.
Yeah,
The script is underwritten, but it's not poorly written, just underwritten. And I think that's due to the cut that we watched. I really am curious to go back and watch the R-rated version to see how the expanded character stuff goes. And that's the main complaint I have with this version of the movie we watched.
Yeah.
It doesn't have time to breathe. It just keeps going. This movie's really is a blender of everything you would, if you go, okay, what were mid-2000s horror movies like?
Mid-2000s horror movie, I can tell you, based on what was released in 2006, they were terrible. You had one of the Resident Evils got released that year. Also, Final Destination.
I know that every movie wanted to be Final Destination.
Got
right?
released that year. Correct. You had either it came out a year before, a year prior, during the same year. Another video game, Dead or Alive, came out that year. Within that same time.
Yeah, the Silent Hill came out around that time.
Silent Hill. A lot of. So here's where I'm going to get into a little rant, guys. All right, because I feel like I'm going to start having a rant little corner of our videos. Here's my rant.
Just out of nowhere?
Just out of nowhere, because this is my rant. This is where I get so upset within the horror movie community is you guys claim that you guys want original content. You guys claim that you want something new. And you guys blast every sequel, reboots, whatever. You guys blast them all to hell and say this movie fucking sucks. Fuck you, studios. I don't want to see this fucking shit. Fuck everybody. But yet, a new movie comes along with a new premise that's an original and intellectual property, and you guys don't fucking see it. And you guys then so what do the studios do? Well, they're not gonna put fucking money into a movie that's an original IP because nobody's gonna see it. So that way you get fucking Halloween 36, the fucking Curse of Michael Myers bed and shit and that stupid shit. So please,
Stay Alive had Frankie Muniz.
No,
Why did we let him down? Why did we let Frankie down?
Because Frankie is another, I don't know, Frankie was Frankie. Frankie got weird after Malcolm in the Middle. But my rant stays, because what I'm saying is that, yes, okay, maybe Stay Alive wasn't the best place for this, but it is an original IP that people claim that they want original IP. They want original Hollywood ideas.
We could have had sequels out of this.
You could have had sequels out of this, but nobody saw it, because nobody that claims that they want original IPs go see these movies.
That's true.
They just sit and complain about reboots and everything. So, anyways, that was my rant.
All right, guys, that was Stay Alive.
No,
there's a ton I like in this movie, and I think
there is.
The kills aren't great, but I'm curious to go back and watch the R-rated version, however I can find it, because I know it's graphic. But what I really like about the movie is the lore. How it handles the lore is really fun. One thing I didn't like was the CGI Elizabeth Bathory throughout the movie. But at the end, you do have an actress playing her, and she looks totally creepy. I wish they would have gone with that throughout the film. I know they're like trying to keep it video gamey, so that's why we have the CGI version of her throughout the film, which is fine. I just preferred the actress that they had at the end of the film. But I liked how they based the video game off her house and all the stuff in the backyard. And it's like, as Frankie's playing the game in the third act, his character with his stupid fucking visor that he wears.
The poker dealer visor.
Yeah, he's wearing a poker dealer visor for no reason.
Don't forget about the carpal tunnel.
Yeah, the carpal tunnel. They don't make... The movie is so nonchalant about how he's wearing these things, and there's no joke to be made. It's just like, yeah, he just wears this stuff.
No, they made a fun of the carpal tunnel at the beginning.
At the beginning of it, they did.
Jesse Simpson made fun of him.
He made fun of him once, but he's wearing the poker dealer hat backwards and upside down.
That was how people wore visors in the mid 2000s. I wore my visors like that.
Frankie was just a weird guy.
It was what's his face? John Gruden repopularized the visor.
Malibu's Most Wanted.
That one too, because the Raiders, when the Raiders went to the Super Bowl in like 03 or 04, Chucky was wearing those visors. But there were some kills that the character hadn't died.
They broke their own rule, and I guess that was the whole point. Was they're like, "Oh, you're cheating." They literally tell the villain that she's cheating at the game, which I guess, yeah. If she's like, "Oh, they're outsmarting me," I'm just gonna fucking kill them. But I wonder how that concept works. Like how, like that's what I mean. Like, there's a lot with the lore that you're like, okay, how does it work? How did this game come to be? How did she get trapped inside the game?
Which is what I'm saying. You have prequels, you have sequels, you have a whole IP that could be done based on this movie and probably be done at a better quality than what we got.
That's true. There's probably a lot of people out there who would love to make a Stay Alive 2.
I'm one of them.
Let's do it. You did enjoy it. It's a fun watch.
It's a fun watch. It definitely deserves a higher than a 10% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. You know, I would say if we were going to redeem it, I would put it around a 40 to 45%. You know,
I would be totally fine if it had that rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
I mean, it's not great, but it's not as bad as 10%.
We should get Frankie Muniz on the show.
Whoever's our 200 subscriber, we will send you a pair of Tony signed underwear.
Yes, and unwashed.
Yes, full Tony smell going on.
It's kind of like scratch and sniff cards.
Yes,
but it'll be used underwear. That'll do it for this episode.
Yes, and thanks so much for watching Flopbuster. And remember, if you see Tony on the streets, punch him in the face.
Punch me in the face.